Hi everybody, I hope that you're doing well. We're here with a general reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing you want something, but you almost like don't want to want this thing, or maybe you feel weird about wanting it. It looks like it's connected with like another person or even something socially for you, because I was seeing the Three of Cups be connected with it. So this can be like to reconcile with someone, or to hang out with someone, or to go to like a social gathering or something like that. Or I wish things were like this between myself and this person, something like that. Or there may be somebody that you want to connect with, or someone that you're thinking about. Wow, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a powerful card to be starting with. This speaks about success. The way that I see the Six of Wands is kind of like the progression of the Chariot, whereas the Chariot can be more so like crusades and kind of little battles that you're going through where you may not be all the way out on the other side of it yet. You see the Six of Wands as kind of being like a completion in that way of like, yes, you finally succeeded with something. There's something now that you've accomplished that you're not going to have to like go back and do this or anything like that. Like you've come out on the other side. You've gotten to the finish line now. Six of Wands can also be getting recognized for something as well. You may be getting recognition. For some of you, I'm hearing public recognition. Jupiter wanted to come out. Definitely beneficial for you. Yeah, maybe something went your way and you kind of feel like it's a done deal now. The Six of Wands also shows like a lot of resilience as well. I'm looking at the Strength card. A lot of resilience. Both of these cards do. This is about fighting through something that's felt like an uphill battle, and then you finally are the victor of a situation. Like this card absolutely represents victory. Also with the Strength card, this was something where like you really had to tap into your grit as well. Strength card represents Leo. There can be a focus on your sun energy. There can be a focus on your Leo placements as well. You could be embodying the energy of Leo. Leo in its high vibrational energy is somebody that really exemplifies like willpower and strength. It's a very warm, absolutely incredibly creative energy as well. It is the sun. It is like born of expression and all of that. But in this particular situation, for some of you, you could have actually won a contest or something like that. Can have to do also with fashion and things like that, like fashion, art, creativity, anything in like the entertainment fields, or if you entered into a competition, or even if you were competing against yourself, or there was something where you were like, I'm determined to accomplish that. This is like, you have accomplished that now. This is that moment where you get the trophy. That's what this is about. So yeah, it's a really exciting, very exciting energy. Yes, so this is something that you wanted. This was something that at the beginning it may have felt somewhat impossible, and now this is really happening. The thing that I love about the Strength card in this particular tarot is that to have both of these energies, this is like the duality of self, where it's kind of like the beast or like the animal inside, and then this other part of you that's like more associated with like humanity and society. And as much as it can be stuff going on with like you and like also the world, and so you see the polarity of separateness here, you also see this as being an internal thing where like this person, rather than taming the lion through force, which again is about like us with ourselves and our willpower with the lion, like that part of us within us that is that raw energy. It's about doing it through like kindness and self-trust as well. Because see, the lion trusts the person here. This isn't done by force. This is like they've actually learned how to work together with one another through a sense of like safety and things like that. And so this is about you working with those parts of yourself that may feel difficult to tame. And if you were just going in here carelessly, you would get yourself hurt in this situation, you know, like metaphorically speaking. It's something that wouldn't really work out and could turn into like a showdown. But here, this is about you like working with yourself and utilizing your willpower to get it to move in the way that you want it to move. That's why this card is so powerful with the Strength. And like, if not, it can be like you versus your own ego, or just having issues and stuff like that. It can be a very forceful energy. You may have needed to leave a situation, but this would have taken a lot of courage. With the Strength card, it's about courage, and it can be about coming out of a situation that was very trying and very difficult. Even feeling like oppressed within a situation you found yourself in, or kind of tied down. There is something new that you're moving towards that you feel inspired by. So maybe this is not just about moving away from something. It seems kind of like you've passed the level that you needed to pass, and now you're moving on to something where you feel like that's more so calling you. To have this on the bottom of the deck, this is like you're being called in the direction of something that inspires you, of something that intrigues you. So it's also about where you're going next. It's not solely about leaving a situation. Like, there's more to come here. This feels almost like it's just the beginning of this. Judgment card. Wherever this is that you're going next, you want to pay attention to it. Judgment card connected with like a movement card. Like this Eight of Cups, this is about, let me really think about the next place that I'm going to. And with this, it's like I was already in a situation that wasn't for me anymore. I don't want to walk into another situation where I'm going to be like, this is so temporary. It's not really satiating me in the way that I want it to be. This is like, I want to find satiation. I want to find what I'm looking for, that sense of fulfillment. So let me be very, very mindful of where I'm going next, with the intention of finding this thing that I'm looking for. So there's intention when it comes to where you're going. Because you don't want to just end up in another situation that you need to leave from again. You want to really play this tape to the end. There can be people that you're working with that are helping you analyze this, or kind of guiding you along, or you could be like talking to people or collaborating with people. They may be kind of, yeah, like maybe assisting. They can be sharing ideas, stuff like that. Food for thought. I'm seeing pretzels here. Yeah, this is a very big change that you're making. A very big change, a very big transition. To have double Pluto here, this is something huge for you. This can be making a very big move. Maybe doing something very different than you had been, differently than you had been doing before. Maybe even doing something you hadn't dared to do before. It does seem like you have a sense of focus. Like, I'm seeing you move towards inspiration. Maybe there's like more of a convenience now that hadn't been there before. Okay. This can definitely be associated with a career. If it's not about a career, you guys may have somebody, that's helping you out financially. You could have somebody that's advising you financially. You could have like a boss or coworkers that are helping you. People that are connected with your finances, if this is not a job thing that you are transitioning into. For some of you, this is a new job that you're going to be doing. This is a new role for you. But for others of you, I'm seeing that you may be having help financially from someone. Could be all of those things. This feels like a focus on your MC energy. Your MC is the highest point in your birth chart. It has to do with like your career and your reputation, but like publicly. It's less so what you're known for like inside of your home where people know you on a personal level, and more so like how the public sees you, or like how you're seen at your job, or like what you're known for in the public, things like that, what you're doing. So yeah, there may be like a really big even identity change that you're going through, or role change. Something that you're working on, something that you're going to spend time working on. So it seems like you're really leveling up, and there's something very serious that you're doing, that you've been doing, that you are continuing to progress with. This can also be an educational thing as well. Like there may be something that's over now and you're able to leave a situation. Like say you get done with your residency and now you're going somewhere else. It can be something like that too. Or like you did what you needed to do at that last job and you can put that experience on your resume, which is going to now get you to where you wanted to go. So there may have been like a bridge that you were on before, and now you're stepping into something that is going to take a lot of effort, but I'm getting that part of your history is also helping you with this, with what you're doing, because to have the death card leading right into this, it's like this is a very advanced energy to be like coming out of the death card with, because the death card is like you're reborn and you can be like a little baby on the other side of it, like where am I going to go and how am I going to progress. It's like a brand new sort of energy, but this is not a brand new energy. So this seems like whatever it is that you're doing in this transition that you're making, something about how you've been seasoned is helping you, because I'm already seeing you like come out in a new energy, like you've transformed and you already are in a seasoned energy and an experienced energy. So you're definitely carrying things with you that are helping you based off of your past experience. It's kind of like you didn't lose all of your credentials, or you're not doing something where it's like a completely blank slate, even if part of it may be a blank slate. The experience that you had in the past, or like the knowledge that you have, or what you're working on, I'm seeing you immediately hop into a very advanced level. But it could be like a different type of work than what you were doing before. This is definitely something new that you're taking on. You may have spent a long time doing something and you're wondering if you keep wanting to do it. Like you could be doing something for a long, long time and be like, I don't know if I feel happy continuing to do this. Or you feel conflicted about working on something for some reason. It's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles is like being very close. It's like you're essentially a professional with something, or you've like really studied this, or you're like almost about to graduate, and then it's like some conflict or some issue is popping up. This may be something that's going on in your personal life that feels like it's deterring something in your professional life, something like that. This conflict is popping up for you. We're looking at the Temperance card popping up after this. This means find a way to assuage it. Something may have happened where you feel disappointed, sad, let down, or you're like, I wish that I would have known this back there. Something like that. So something has happened now that feels like upsetting, or it's creating conflict within you. But to have the Temperance card, again, it's like find a way to assuage it, which means to kind of like lessen the punch of it, lessen the impact of it, lessen the severity of it. Because this is ultimately leading you towards an even bigger change. And it seems like In the past, you could have dealt with conflict very differently than how you are handling it right now. It seems like that's also been changing too, like how you're handling yourself. Temperance and the Six of Pentacles. You're turning a situation that feels like conflict or animosity, or something is like clashing or not getting together, and you're transmuting it into reciprocity, something equal. So 1600 on the time. How I'm seeing this energy is, if you think of like a channel that needs to be like clear for the flow to go through, having this is kind of like a block in the channel and it needs to be unblocked. Having this is like, let's find resolution here. Let's figure out how to unblock the channel and get the flow to be going. And then this is like that equal suspension, that equal balance of flow. So there is something where it's like conflict or problem. I need to address this thing. This is the addressing patiently, sticking to it, addressing it, not avoiding it, sitting with it, making moves gracefully with patience, giving things the time that it needs, respecting the divine timing, and then watching this actually move to a space of balance that feels much better. This is like equal give and take that before hadn't been doing it. It's like maybe one side had been taking too much and the other one was like, I'm giving too much. Something like that. There was some sort of issue before. So you may have been trying to find like even a greater sense of balance within your life, where it's like, let's use an example. And maybe you felt like you were really working a lot and then your personal life was suffering, where it's like, I spend 90% of my time at work, like giving, and then I only have 10% for like my personal life. And I feel like I'm sacrificing my personal life for my work life. And so there's like some sort of conflict, just an example, conflict that you're feeling. Like, why do I have to be working all the time? You know, and like what's going on with my personal life. This is like figuring out a solution, patiently, calmly, grounded and centered. And this can be like working with different elements too. Like with the angel being on the land and also on the water, it's like doing so intuitively and also practically, because earth is practical. Like, how do we implement this and let's get this done? And the water is like moving through it intuitively and like using your brain as well. And then with the Six of Pentacles, this is something being balanced out again. Like, I actually feel at peace with this situation again, but there was some sort of change. So something happened where there was something that needed to change because you didn't feel good about it, or you felt unsettled, or there was some sort of conflict. And then you decided that, like, hey, this needs to be addressed. I'm gonna step up here in this situation and do something about it. And then to have the Death card and the Six of Pentacles, this is like a change that leads to that reciprocity or that balance or that equality that you were looking for. So definitely props with the problem solving, because it's like you're doing something, there's a problem, you address it, now there's a solution to it, then things are good again. So yeah, whatever had been like blocked up or clogged or whatever, I'm seeing you like address this and stuck with it. And again, like this may be like really helping you grow when it comes to your problem solving and stuff like that, just addressing things head on. And now there's this like return to things as usual, as one would hope. So we are looking at Leo, Pluto, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.